Okay, Coach, now that the team is 2 games into the season, one very close game against Dayton fell just short, and then a convincing win over Albertus. What's your assessment of the first 2 games?
The first game was excellent for our team to play in front of that type of crowd and environment. It was just wonderful to bring Liz and Whitney back in front of their hometown crowd was incredible. I was really proud of the effort we had. I thought that our team is hungry, in terms of not being okay with just playing a close game. I think that they know that they let one slide a little bit. Have a tremendous amount of respect for Dayton and what they do, and I think that our team bought into our game plan. They played a fantastic game, and it just didn't come out the way we wanted to. So I think that set them up for a very hungry game versus Albertus Magnus, where they came out and did some beautiful things in transition, but then there was a lot that we needed to work on in terms of playing some clean defense, moving our feet, and making sure that we didn't allow an opponent get to the line 26 times. And also valuing the possession. We turned the ball over 21 times and 19 times against Dayton. So these past 2 practices this week has been talking about valuing the possession, taking care of the basketball. So I think overall just great to walk away from something like Dayton and learn from it. And same thing with Albertus. There was so much we could learn from the win. And we've been focused on being students of the game and really learning from our film sessions. So happy where we're at right now, and just preparing for 3 back-to-back tough games in a tournament that the team is really excited about.
Talking about that tournament, it's the first time that Yale's participated in the Hall of Fame Women's Challenge before. This weekend you will be playing 3 straight games, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Before talking about the teams, what challenges does it pose just playing 3 games in 3 days?
Sure, it helps set us up and prepare us for what we already do in the Ivy League with playing back-to-back games and having to rest, recover, refocus on another game plan and scout the very next day. So that's what I'm really excited about, understanding that we've really got to prepare ourselves over the next 2 days before we even hit the road and get there. But I think our team is prepared for that. I think that they're ready in terms of a mindset because of a little bit of an advantage of how they perform in the Ivy League and how we have to prepare that way. Probably the only people who are not prepared for that are the freshmen who haven't gone through that yet. But we're excited about that. I think it's all about, you can see we're playing a lot of people. We're going deep into our bench. And so with, hoping we stay healthy, we can do the same thing and make sure that we're resting people up and making sure people aren't playing an excess amount of minutes during the games.
Iona, Fairleigh Dickinson, and North Carolina, the first all-time meeting between Yale and North Carolina. Can you share a little bit about each team and what you expect to see out of them?
Sure. I think all 3 opponents are playing really aggressively right now, and everyone's kind of fighting for their life. Iona has played 2 phenomenal games. I thought that they worked really hard in Stony Brook. I thought that was a great matchup, and they were down one of their leading scorers from last year and just got her back for the game that played last night against VCU. Iona's athletic. They run a lot of great stuff in terms of attacking the rim and getting to the rim, and still have some threats shooting beyond the 3-point line. So that versatility in scoring poses a threat. They predominantly last year played a lot of zone, and then this year played some man, and so I think prepping for them is definitely one of those things that you got to be working on both in preparation for the game. Fairleigh Dickinson has a very good 3-2 zone that they've worked on, and so if you haven't prepped for your zone, you got to get focused up before you go into that game. And then North Carolina, they're so good in the way they push in transition and want to score early buckets, and so for us, our transition defense is imperative when you get down to the quick turn that North Carolina poses as a threat. They're really hungry right now after losing, some close games. I think, they're looking at this tournament as a way to, really get themselves together and get back on the map in terms of being aggressive against any opponent they play. So we're catching them at a tough time where they're really wanting to take out, I'm sure, their aggression on somebody. So it's going to be a really great tournament, seeing a lot of different defenses, having to prepare in different ways for each night of play, which is going to be fun for our kids.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Absolutely, Steve.